together his concert at the Barbara Sports Stadium. That's the Heroes Park. Crazy numbers who were there to support. He had all the. I actually happened to drive by the venue yesterday, and I realized they had set up the stage and everything was set for the event. That's on Monday. So it tells you throughout the year, for me, Kumasi, especially with music, there's been that attention on some of the musicians. They've actually kept their games up and actually been there. So for me, I think we might not have had a major breakthrough like everybody talking about, but I mean, I think Black Sheriff continues to actually put some spotlight on this part of the country and all the things that all the other artists are doing here. If you look at comedy as well, the likes of Atupa, the likes of Ebenezer Jumo, and all.
There is a comedian called Atupa.
Yes, his name is Atupa. That's his name actually.
Awesome.
His real name is Atu, and then the pa is Pagh.
Oh, it's Atu.
Yes, Empa.
Ah.
Yeah, so when you put together, it's Atupa.
Hallelujah. Let's go on.
Yeah, so I mean, Ebenezer Jumo, Ifeanyi Barcelona, and all those guys also kept putting shows together throughout the year. I think they put this Christmas they have an event as well, and if I put all that together, you have about 4 or 5 events all throughout the year. And this is
meaning the comedy industry in Kumasi is also booming, yeah?
Exactly. I mean, and almost all these shows are sold out. You have their friends in Accra also coming in to support them. Foster Romanus, Obi and Ponsa, Lexi. They are also almost all the time coming in. I know Ebenezer Jumo held his event here and even replicated it in Accra.
He came to Accra
to do the same thing out there in Accra as well. So the comedy industry for me, I think, has been good, not just in Kumasi.
He even traveled outside the country. I remember he traveled outside the country as well.
Exactly. He went with Ojo outside. I think he went to Kenya or Tanzania, one of those countries, to actually also have a show there as well. So it's been a good year for comedy. It's been a good year for music as well. If you look at films or movies,
Kuma Wood, is it still alive?
Did it ever die?
Oh, it didn't die.
I think it has to do with the faces. You see the challenge, because if you look at Ghanaian movies in general, you find just 1 or 2 or a few more movies coming out almost every year. Even with those in Accra, you find them premiered once in here and all that. But in Kumasi as well, there were a number of movies. I mean, remember Kojon Kasa Lewin had his movie Mr. President, who generated a lot of talk as well. He had a number of premieres in the city. I think he even came to Accra to do that as well. There are a number of movies that were also premiered. Edu and all those had their movies. A number of them were premiered here in Kumasi. But I think the focus has been on the film. You know, we have feature films, we have these short films, we have all those kind of films. The thing is that most of them have actually moved on to doing these short comedies or short feature films that they put on YouTube.
Okay.
I doubt
so they have migrated to YouTube.
Exactly, most of them are creating content for YouTube. If you look at the likes of Dr. Laiki and all his team members and all those people, the comedy, the short skits, these are all films. I mean, short skits and all that. So they are actually focusing on those ones than the long movies or the long films that we all see or all want to go to the theaters to go and watch. But they've been very phenomenal when it comes to putting their content on YouTube. So many of them, getting to the latter part of the year, for instance, Tracy Boachi has released a number of movies on her YouTube channel. These are movies that somebody said she could have premiered in the cinemas and all that, but she decided to go the YouTube way and get all these content on there. So for movies and films, like short films and all those ones too, I think it's been phenomenal for Kumasi. They've never slacked, and even the latter part of this year, I heard a conversation about Dr. Laiki and his team picking this guy from Beast of Striker from Beast of No Nations. And people actually applauded that because people felt, why is this guy still on the street? But Dr. Laiki, who nobody would have thought would actually moved in to get this guy. And they shot a movie. The trailer was out and people were like, wow, this is beautiful. So for the movie industry, it might not have generated the biggest buzz, but these are people who are working and creating content almost all the time, especially to feed the people on the internet. So for these fronts, I think it's been a good year.
Great, but let me ask you, NY. So, what would you say have been some of the challenges to the industry in Kumasi and its environs this year? Challenges, if I should put it.
Well, so I think we've always had this conversation about venues and all that. Yesterday, for instance, there was this conversation about J. Bat saying, as at the time he was about to start his show, the National Sports Authority said there was an emergency game. I don't know what they call emergency game, but folk had to play another team at the Barbara Sports Stadium. They were not using the exact same venue as in the stadium and the Heroes Park, but then they felt, look at the numbers and all that, it wasn't going to augur well. But at the end, they still did it anyway. I'm pretty sure if we have a number of venues for people to put together some of these events, it would help. This Christmas, for instance, almost everybody is doing their event at a hotel space, a hotel car park, or all that kind of thing. And this is actually an inconvenience to people who
hotel car parks.
Yes, that's what's happening when you go to Maitland.
What happened to Jabrasi? How do you call it? The cultural center in Kumasi.
Ejabrim, that's the cultural center. That's the cultural center.
Are any of the shows also being held there? Do you have some of them being held at the center?
The only event I know that was happening there had to do with the cultural events. They were trying to do an Ashanti festival sort of thing, and they decided to do one of the events there. Apart from that, I don't know any of the other events that is happening. You remember when the deputy minister made mention of the fact that they were going to build an amphitheater? We had this conversation. Kwame, the last time you were in Kumasi, you remember we actually drove through there.
We went to the Gamro area.
You saw the venue. You saw the Great Brim. You saw the place.
It hasn't changed.
They wanted to refurbish and all that. I mean,
that was about 4 years ago.
Together. Yeah, it still remains the same. These are not places you want to put together an event. So event organizers, in one way or the other, wouldn't want to go there. I mean, access to the place and all that. They will look at places that are very convenient for people to want to come there. So it's a challenge. Almost all the events being held in Kumasi around the season, or even in the early part of the season, are either being held at like I said, the car parks for most of these hotels, either Royal Ameta, either Golden Bean. I mean, Golden Bean, for instance, has 2 domes, so some of these events can happen there. But apart from that, most of them are being held in car parks and the conference centers for hotels, and that becomes a bit challenging and worrying for event organizers.
Wow. And let me say thank you for your time this afternoon here on Joe 99.7 FM. We'll surely come back to you, maybe the first show in 2024 to do some projections into the year. Thanks so much for your time. NY Dadzie, right? He is the owner of nydjlive.com. He's a media personality in the Ashanti region in Kumasi, and he just joined us to talk to us about the entertainment industry in the region in this year. Joe 99.7 FM. Let me go to the Western region where Feeling Daddy is standing by. Feeling Daddy is also a media personality, works with Empire, and he's been following almost every activity in showbiz in the region. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Kwame. And how are you doing?
We are fine. How about you?
By His grace, we're doing well. Greetings to your guys in the studio, especially Kojo Prayer Kondankwa.
Okay. They are listening. They've heard you.
Yeah, good.
Okay, so Feeling, you listen to NY Dadzie paint a picture of what has happened in Kumasi in terms of music, in terms of movies, comedy, and all these subfields of the arts. How would you assess the performance of these areas, if you like, in your region?
Larry, I would say that it's a bit different here. I mean, listening to NY and some of the programs he mentioned that happened in the region, I think Takrade is different. What I can say is that we have had, when it comes to music, we've had events here in Takrade, and most of these events that happened in the year were organized by the musicians themselves. I can mention Escape from Pong. I can mention one upcoming artist, Chrissy Flex, and these are some events. These are events that were organized by these artists themselves. if it comes to general events, I think that Takwa has been doing comedy these days, and the whole of the year, I've not seen or I've not heard any comedy events here in Takwa. But in Takwa, we've seen them do comedy events as well.
Wow, that's Takwa.
NY mentioned
Takwa comedy.
Mentioned venue as one of the challenges in the industry. I think that is the same here in Takrady. It's the reason why one of the major events that happens every year in Takrady has been cancelled. Kofi Kinate's show made in Takrady.
Wow.
And the same thing happened last year. He cited venue as a reason for the cancellation, and this year too the same. We have Western Music Awards that has been happening in August every year. This year, because of venue issue, is going to be held tomorrow, which means they've been combing around to find a better place for the event. The only place that people have been talking about when it comes to events like that is the Atlantic Hotel. And Atlantic Hotel capacity is just about 700. I mean, if they should, that is if they want to pack the people in the auditorium, it's about 700. And if you are doing an event that you're going to spend a lot bringing in artists and set up and everything, and you are going to take a place where they can charge you not less than 20,000 Ghana cedis, and how much are you going to charge at the gate for you to make your money? So venue is also a very big challenge in Takrady. But one of the things that we can boast about in this region is the kind of the way people have come to accept Takrady as a Christmas holiday destination.
Wow.
Well, I mean, as I speak to you now, all the hotels in Takrady are fully booked. If
are you serious?
Takrady, yes. All hotels, all Airbnb, apartment, whatever it is, you can't get some today in Takrady. And all these places are booked from yesterday through the Christmas to maybe, I think, 26th or 27th. Today, for instance, I've been going around to look for a place for some friends, and I can't get it. So I think that is one of the things that we can boast.
So you mean there are many activities in town?
Yes, I mean, for me, my radio station Empire FM, we have organized what we call Tadi Fest. And Tadi Fest comes with so many activities. We've done health walk. We're doing a beach party with the day. We are doing the masquerade carnival with Korean Ponsan, EL, Nero X, Snowbee, and a whole lot. Not only at Sky Power FM, also have organized an event, different activities, and they're also doing a carnival on 26th. So these are highlights of some of the things that we're doing in Christmas that is bringing a lot of people to the town. I think these are some of the things I can share with you, but generally, it's been well. We've had a very successful gospel, Western Gospel Awards just 2 months ago, and it was big. And I think
so you have the General Western Music Awards and you have a Gospel Awards in the Western region.
We have the General Western Music Awards, which is happening tomorrow, and we have Western Gospel Awards.
How well are you able to project these the people who emerge winners in these award schemes to become national treasures, if you like?
I think that somebody like SK Frempong, who is now known all over, has won so many awards. I mean, the Gospel Awards, for instance, they had the 3rd edition this year. And those who won awards are people that even at the radio station, we're having partnership with them to promote them on national platforms. I think that one of the new artists of the year, when it comes to Western Gospel Awards, this year is going to have a partnership with Joe Metal. This is our lady. The lady who sang Mo.
PSC Esther.
PSC Esther. And, you know, so these are some of the things we as a media platform, we are doing for them. But if you look at even the Western Music Awards, I mean, we've had the Familiars, we have the Kinates, we've had Nero X, we've appreciated all these guys on these platforms. And some of these underground artists that come on those platforms are giving platforms in Accra. So, yes, we do our best to project them to have national attention.
Great one there. Feeling Daddy, we appreciate your time this afternoon here on Showbiz A to Z. At least you've given us a clear picture of how Showbiz fared in the region in the year under review. Thanks so much for your time.
Kwame, thanks so much for the opportunity.
Okay. Feeling Daddy there in the Western region, still here on Showbiz A to Z, Joe 99.7 FM. You can send us your message right now, 055-1111-997. How did the year go for you in terms of entertainment? Showbiz. Your biggest stories, your biggest artists, your disappointments, the low points, the high points. I have in the studio Chief Mumin, I have Uncle Ken, Kojo Preku Dankwa, and Noella Karen Yali. Let me start with Chief Mumin. NYDJ. NYDJ has spoken about the film industry in the Ashanti region in Kumasi, spoken about music. When you go to the Western region, they just mention, lack of venues, the same issue. Chief,
yes,
your thoughts on their submissions, and then we come talk about the main issues. Yeah.
Are we not already talking about the main issues?
These are the main issues. They are main issues across the country.
First of all, good afternoon or is it good evening to, as we say in Ghana, our cherished listeners.
Yes. We cherish them.
Yes, and good evening to our guest in the studio, to Uncle Ken.
Yeah.
Obviously, Uncle Ken, I miss you very much.
Chief, I have missed you too much.
To reconnect. To the blossoming Noella.
You heard the word. You're a bad man.
Good evening to all, and it's good to be back in the studio after like a 2 months or so hiatus. So, but I've been monitoring, when I can, when the time allows for me to, and I know that the show has been going on powerfully. So I think that's been a very eventful year. Obviously, there's always a lot of emphasis on the music, so I'd like to spend my time on my industry, which is the theater industry. I think that there's been a renewed zeal this year in productions. We've seen a lot more productions in terms of a lot more mainstream productions, with the likes of the collaborations between George and Ashoko. Wonderful collaboration. Fifi Coleman coming on board. On that note, let me pay respect to one of the major things that happened this year in literary arts. We lost a great, writer, Amar Thedu, poet, playwright, novelist, a true and true writer. And we also celebrated her passing, in a very grand way. And Fifi Coleman actually did one of her plays, to very resounding, applause and attendance. So in terms of theater, that's one of the things I'm very much excited about, because I see it as, some of us we've always been advocating to expand the frontiers of our showbiz and art and entertainment industry, right? It's not just always about the music shows or going to sit at a beer bar and quaffing some, alcohol and stuff, and chewing some kebabs and oogling at people passing by, but also, we need other forms of entertainment. And for a country like Ghana that is seeking to expand its tourism, offering, I think the theater provides us a very important platform for a range of, activities that people can engage in. So I'm very, very excited about that. Obviously, as we said, there are challenges with venue. I think that we are getting to a point where we need private investment in that field. We win some of our big real estate developers who are building hundreds of houses, some of which, no one is living in, to put some of those monies into spaces. Maybe we should begin to reorient their thinking about some of these. And sometimes they don't know. They just don't know. They don't know the business model. So it will take constant engagement, of people who are in the industry, who can, who have close ties to some people with resources, to kind of like nudge them a bit. That, in terms of your real estate development, apart from the luxury apartment, imagine someone invested in an arena, like, that can sit like 10,000 people, a multi-purpose arena, that can be reconfigured, to different kind of numbers for different occasions. It's a cash cow waiting to be milked, right? If I had the money, I would invest in, and inshallah, when I get the money, I will invest in it, right? So in terms of theater, I think that it's been good. I think that we also have to acknowledge the dance industry. I think that this year we saw the likes of the online dancers.
Dance
they came into their own. The DW
Endurance
Academy,
Grand, Afronita,
the gentleman who does the thing with the market woman,
Afrobeast, the official starter.
Official starter. So we've seen also a lot of effort in the dance industry, which is really very exciting. In and visual art too. I mean, visual art has always been growing. Now we're seeing a lot more installations, a lot more younger Ghanaian artists gaining global recognition. Mr. Easy's, for example, new album like this, he did a whole collaboration with fine artists. So I think that has also been very exciting.
Awesome.
In the fashion industry too, fashion is also one of our major success stories. We see a lot of development in the fashion industry now. One of the things I'm so excited about, which impacts the local industry, is this whole kente wedding, the fugu and the kente wedding vibe. Now if you are doing a wedding and you don't sew one of those kentes or fugus, you didn't do it. And I think gradually I want us to build in such a way that it even it pushes out the whole wedding gown industry. But to think of it today, so wedding gowns in Ghana, so maybe that's business to some people. But I'm excited about how we have glamorized the use.
Noella has a question for you.
How we have glamorized the use of some of these fabrics. I mean, I met a number of designers while I was out of the country. Ghanaian designers doing amazing stuff. I mean, let's shout out to one of our designers, Duaba Sewa. I've been seeing her origami designs.
Duaba Sewa.
What did I say?
Duaba Sewa.
So in terms of all of these areas too, I am very excited about the prospects going forward into next year.
Thank you, Chief Moment. But talking about the movie industry, okay, so NY, I'm coming. NY was
blossom a bit.
NY was mentioning the fact that they had gotten onto YouTube and all that. So before coming here, I had a chat with my brother Tony Asankuma of GH Movie Freak to help me, get a list of some movies released this year, and then he gave me these: Coming to Africa 2, Edge of Emotions, Kutuka, Taste of Sin, Ghana Map, Sewa, Shades of Grades, Prophet Badu, which is a series on Links Entertainment, and God is Not African too. And then he mentioned that most of them are now selling their content to Aquaba Magic and all that. So that's the new normal, if you like. Now, Noella, before I bring in Uncle Ken, you wanted to say something.
I mean, I just wanted to add on to his submission on the dance industry. I'm also very much proud of that industry. I think they have evolved, and they have evolved really beautifully. We've moved from a stage where anytime you think about dancers, some of the names that would pop up is Ajete Sowa and the likes. We've also moved from a stage where an artist performing on a stage without dancers would have been seen as normal to now them playing integral roles in an artist's performance. However, particularly for like the DWP dancers, I feel like that global citizen performance with Usher sort of cemented them in the
previous
industry.
year.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, and for me, that's where I see the problem. Because why did it have to take a foreigner to do something with our stars? And as much as it's good for them, because obviously they want visibility, international visibility and all that. For me, in terms of home support, I find it problematic that it had to take someone to put them on, an international star to put them on, for us to realize how the magic we're missing with them.
Do we know for a fact that he chose them, or some of
whatever?
Perhaps some of our people suggested he used them.
Plus, if you know Usher and you followed his performance, you should realize he's a dancer. He likes to dance, and he's always performing with dances and all of that. And if you come to a country, I mean, what better way to show your appreciation of their art than use their people, right? And for me, I mean, I was really happy for them, but like I was saying, in terms of home support, I was very, very much disappointed that it took a foreigner. Same goes for Ifwa Sante's Sing-a-thon. I feel like I can understand that some of the support she's getting can be genuine, but to a large extent, I'm forced to think it's a bit fake.
The support she's getting now?
Probably because of the kind of support Hilda Bassi got, and so we have to also prove a point. So in that,
but don't we have to prove a point?
Do we?
Do
we have to be genuine about these things? Do we we have to, it should come to us naturally.
Okay.
If we want to support, let's support wholeheartedly. Let's support because it's in us.
Nice one.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what Noella is saying perfectly, but I think that I wouldn't say. I mean, yes, their DW's performance on that international stage was a feather in their cap. But I think that they were doing something right, and they were garnering some wide
Beyonce's and Wally's video. They featured in that as well.
Yeah, so I mean, I noticed them before.
Yeah,
Ashes performance, and they had a huge following. Someone like Anita was raking hundreds of thousands of followers. So I think that in some sense there was a lot of home support. In fact, it is actually out of that support that they were deemed, because there are a lot of dance groups in town, right? But why them? Because they had presented a certain value proposition, they had a certain traction, and being on that stage, in fact, they merited being on that stage. So even though I understand what Nwela is saying, I think that to some extent too, they had been able to build a popular base within Ghana, and I'm sure across Africa and the world, because their following comes across, and that merited them, you know. So when they were suggested, so I get what Nwela is saying, but I think that in this case too, I just want to give them applause for the hard work they might have done, together with Dance God Lloyd, who has also been featured on a number of international platforms and all of that. I mean, these guys are making moves, you know, and guys that we don't even hear of who are actually making moves internationally as well.
Kwame.
Uncle Ken,
Yes, thank you. You know, as for me, what got me going this year was the release of 2 books by Yvonne Nelson.
I was coming to that.
You still have your list there.
I still have my list.
The Yvonne Nelson book.
Yeah. Yvonne and Ajete announced books.
Right.
They got me going because one, I was happy that we were going to get into a literary conversation whereby we were going to evaluate people's writings of their memoirs or whatever they chose to put into the books instead of, you know, wild allegations and stuff like that. If something comes out of a book, you have a reference point to whatever argument you want to raise or whatever discussion you want to have about the thing. And I felt that the mileage Yvonne's book got, to me, was the greatest event of 2023. If you ask me, because that book by Yvonne generated so much conversation.
That's right.
And even though it was not all to the benefit of the writer, it gave people an insight into a lot of issues.
People are asking if she has found her father now.
Thank you.
Okay.
There were so many questions waiting to be answered that the book raised. And what even makes it more interesting is, as we speak today, after all these months that the book was released, I don't think we still have closure on some of the issues that were raised in that book. And so, like people said, when it gives rise to Yvonne releasing a part 2 of the book, you know? And then came Ajete's one too. And that also generated some conversation.
I cheated on my wife, and later on said emotionally, you know, physically, and
so I think that we've had a very eventful year.
Very eventful year.
Like Nwela enumerated so many things that happened.
We're not even done.
We'll come to it. We will clear everything.
She's going to continue. You know, Kojo and Chief has only just concentrated on his theater and a few. Anyway, you have spoken about fashion.
Yes.
And they're all to do with your production.
Well, I mean,
if you think deeply about it, Chief, they're all to do with what you do.
It's allowed.
Because you need, of course, the costumes in your production. You need the dancers in your production. Absolutely. You know,
he needs everything actually.
And seriously, Chief's achievement this year made me so happy. You know, I mean, seeing Chief wowing the French audience got me tearing. you know. And I was so happy for my boy. I said, yes.
Yes. That's a boy.
That's Chief.
Yeah.
The Paris Diaries. We need to talk about it one of the
Yes.
And I am so happy that he got to that extent.
But my guy was telling me that I didn't mention it. But yes, let me just use a minute. You know, when I was talking about the highlights, I think that was a very important path that we opened. I mean, we went to Paris with 60 people. It was a leap of faith, very expensive, you know, undertaking. And for me, one of the things everyone told me before we went was that, hey, you sure that your people not run away? Some people were like, you know, your people run away, your people run away, your people run away, you know. We went so for me, I think our biggest achievement actually in this is that we took 60 and we came back with 60 because our credibility was on the line.
Yeah.
A lot of people's credibility was on the line, you know. High up to the UNESCO headquarters, their chief protocol officers, people had to guarantee, you know, to get visas. So we got like 60 visas in less than 2 weeks for our people.
Less than 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks. So I want to thank the French embassy for the seriousness with which and the alacrity with which they process the visas, you know, to the UNESCO Ghana office here, to the UNESCO office, you know, in Paris. And for us, it was important because my work for the past 5 years has been to build a product for global tour. Yeah. So if we can't take the people out, then already it is defeated. So that it was important to be able to do this. And next year we have a lot of exciting things coming up, and I'm sure we're going to discuss. So I want to say a big
before I progress,
and to my team as well.
Our programs director,
Adam
Knighton, sent me a message for Noella.
Today you guys actually want me to cry on the show.
Please, let's hear it.
You know, Adam sent me a message. And
let's hear it.
Uncle Ken. Tell Noella I'm always rooting for her.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
You know, so Kwame, the other aspects, some of the controversies that came up, spiced up the whole.
I like the word spiced up.
Yeah. Really did.
Uncle Guy is a blogger. Philip says Uncle Guy is
a blogger. You know somebody that caught my attention in our industry. I never knew about the person, but I kept getting information of his pop up on my timelines and stuff like that. I am so grateful that I wake up and I get people's information on my timeline that I don't request, so I can seep through them and decipher which ones. As for you rascals here, I have all of you on my Onukpa, Kojo, you know, I read about you people all the time.
Okay.
You know, but there's somebody, what's his name? Wodemaya.
Yes, Wodemaya.
Now this gentleman.
Yeah, he's a travel blogger.
Is he a vlogger?
A travel vlogger.
He's a vlogger.
Yes.
Yeah. What you term vlogger?
Yeah.
You people and your terms.
Video blogging.
And he has put the country on a pedestal.
I agree.
That we have not really appreciated.
No, he won an award at the National Tourism Awards.
He did. I'm not surprised.
He won an award.
He did. Because he's been going to different countries. And at least he is Ghanaian.
Yeah.
And so wherever he goes, the country's name comes up.
Sure.
In lights. And he's recently visited Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah. Wodemaya.
Is that his name? Yes,
Wodemaya. He's doing a fantastic job.
Fantastic.
Connecting the African story.
Yes,
you know,
connecting. And when he got to Trinidad and Tobago, he met two ladies who have Ghanaian parentage. As well as Trinidadian parentage, you know, and had a lovely chat. And something that came out that really got me was that the ladies were telling him that because of their mother's Ghanaian roots, they eat a lot of Ghanaian food. And they were able to mention all the Ghanaian foods that they eat. And then they mentioned kokonte and said that strangely enough, in Tobago, they also have kokonte, and they call it kokonte too.
Oh, okay.
You know,
that's interesting.
Yeah, and it got me excited because so it showed that, and the ladies were trying to say that the foods are similar in certain ways, you know. So and the people of Trinidad and Tobago showered so many praises on him and gave him presents for putting their country up in lights. Somebody from Ghana traveling to Trinidad and Tobago and going to put their country in lights, and they appreciated him and asked him to come back, for their festivals, stuff like that.
Wow.
And I think people like that are selling Ghana.
Yeah, we should be appreciative.
And we should be appreciative of them.
Yeah, so I was happy when he won that award at the National Tourism Awards.
For the past 60 or so years, African Union, from OAU to African Union, we've spent hundreds of millions of dollars trying to integrate, Africa. That's one of the things that Nkrumah wanted to achieve. But I think that in something as simple as what Wodimaya is doing, it's about connecting the minds and hearts of the people of African descent. And that's one of the important projects that the arts plays, bringing us together on one platform, because when it comes to the politics, it's so difficult to understand. And because we are so integrated, sometimes it is important for us to remind ourselves how interconnected our stories are. I mean, that feeds directly to my storytelling project over the years, is how to examine the interconnectedness of the African experience. And I think that I really love what Wodimaya is doing. Great. Because I think that to be able to achieve any African unity, we have to start by uniting the minds and the hearts of the people.
Awesome. We have 6 more regional reps on the phone lines. Yes, but before we go to them, could you let me take your bites on this? Have you spoken already on the first round?
Yes.
Yeah, I've done the
You
first
have?
round.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then let's speak to Eko Simpson. He is in the central region. Then we go to the Volta region as well to speak to Paul Mensah Anku. Eko Simpson, good afternoon. Hello?
Oh, you're listening.
Eko, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Kwame.
How are my people doing in the central region?
I know, right?
I'm from Fantin Chen. When you Nyamiadum, Abrabono Boko, Yawayan Festival, Obiara Sheni, America say, Yatu say, you're even also worry the same thing. And see, Macadam Grazy, everything is fine.
Tunsa.
Yeah, Yatu say, you're easy.
As man already.
And when the Yan Fanta Fana, the Yaneto, and Yan Yan Panyanoda, also was a year for fruit, a bian of Fina, Posmana, the Google, Mama,
Echo, Osina Meba Kipai.
But
Echo, so let's look at how your showbiz industry fared in the year under review 2023. How did it go?
I would say that first of all, I want to say good afternoon to your listeners and then the guest as well. I would say over 10, we are looking at 8. Why am I saying over 8? Kwame, it will surprise you that entertainment-wise, let's talk about music. It will surprise you that Cape Coast is like going down, which is, Cape Coast as a metropolitan, when it comes to picking artists, talking about artists from here, it is going down. But talking about the other districts, especially so Mankesim, these people are coming like fire, and they are changing the whole project when it comes to music. I mean, when you have a Mankesim artist on your stage, whether you know him or not, everybody is out there doing their thing, like dancing to their music. Talk about Asim Fosu, Chofoprasu to be precise. This year, one brother from Chofoprasu won the Artist of the Year here in Central Music Award. So I would say that the entertainment industry, when you talk about music, we are getting there. But like I said, the focus is now being shifted to the other districts in the Central region. Cape Coast, in Ghana, when we talk about music, everybody will focus in Accra. And even within Accra, there are certain places that we have artists.
Better. Pojo, what can Accra? One can Accra.
Okay, lately, because of the African Americans and the diaspora that comes into contact, a lot of them want to say Accra. So, yes, Accra. So, what I'm saying is that in the entertainment industry here in Central Region, the focus is now being shifted to the other municipalities and districts. And it is booming. It is building up. unlike before where we will say that, okay, we are only looking at, few artists, which I don't want to mention, like, like only centered in Cape Coast. But now, the focus is out there. There are sinful people are coming, like people are coming.
What about film? What about comedy? What about theater?
Putting all these under one category, I would say that the film industry in Cape Coast, in Central Region, is a no-no. I mean, we can't point a production house and say, okay, these guys are doing something that is out there. I know few people who are doing it. I've even been casted in few movies, but after after our own premiering, when I say our own premiering, we are in Cape Coast, and Cape Coasters are no use to, where you're premiering, so let me go and watch all this. Unlike Accra, where you have a full house. We did our own premiere, and after that, you don't even know where the movies are. Now, comedy-wise, yes, I've been speaking to a lot of guys who are doing okay to focus on the fancy, because you realize most unfanciful who want to do comedy want to be doing a lot of chi, because they feel like the chi is the most accepted language in Ghana. But you and I know that say yako BBC sana mekama fancy na obiara obia obada na nyo na wa hwede na bredi abaka no okay yana fancy no either nche yezi movies and comedy and stuff. We are not doing it. We are imitating the I mean, we are using the chi language, which to me is not helping. There is one brother who is saying that, okay, he's going to start Cape Wood, and he's launching it, I think, this weekend.
What is that? Is it a film industry? Is it a comedy industry? What is it?
It's a film industry. And to be honest with you, this guy is very good.
No, what's it? Cape Wood.
Wow. Just like we have Nollywood, and, sometimes, you see, some of these makes the other people who are outside Cape Coast see us to be jokers. We can't come out with a name like Cape Wood. I mean, on platform, but that is what the brother is trying to do. But where is the support? So when it comes to film industry, the theater, even here, we don't have a place that we will say, okay, this is where we want to have a play or a drama.
Center for National Culture or Hobia.
Yes, CNC, brother. The CNC issue, we want to talk about CNC to be large. Fortunately, unfortunately, on the day we were having Central Music Awards, there was a light out. And CNC couldn't say, okay, hey, we have a generator that may be a plant. So you go get fuel and, put it in and let's fire the place. We had to wait about 2 to 3 hours for the light to come back.
And the organizers couldn't find an alternative.
The thing is, Kwame, you see, when the industry events or the activities are not much coming, then these people would not even find a way to say, okay, we have a lot of theater going on or play going on, so let's get these gadgets that will help. So when it comes to Cape Coast, and then you say you're going to look for a plant as an organizer to go look for, because CNC is big. Look at the sound, the lights, and all these things. You can't use just a normal generator. We even fire the speakers. So then, where were we even going to find this huge plant to fire the place? We wouldn't do it. So wow. I think it should have been the work of CNC.
Wow. Okay, Echo, yes, I understand you. Finally, before you go, what do you suggest should be done to give the showbiz industry in the Central Region a boost?
Yes, before that, Cape Coast is known as a tourism hub, right? And people come, they only go to the castles, the 2 castles, which now there's an advocate that we shouldn't call it a castle, we should call it a dungeon. Yes, so they visit the 2 dungeons, maybe go to Kakum National Park and walk away to Accra. They don't even sleep. So the question is, what are we doing? When we say entertainment, I would want to even put tourism, the music, the film and art people all in one bowl and say that what can we do? Now the thing is that the best thing for Igwe or Cape Coast or Central Region to uplift when it comes to entertainment is to have the leaders of Cape Coast really going into, they have to put themselves in the system. They are not doing it. They are seated somewhere else. Okay, you guys are youth. You call yourself youth. So you want to organize yourself and do an award show, or you want to do this program or that program. It is not part of our duty, so we will sit back and watch. Now, the major thing that we need now to boost Cape Coast tourism entertainment is for the leaders to come and join us, to be a part of this project. It is not that we don't go to them. As I'm speaking to you now, there is a program ongoing, just like Chalawote kind of thing, Chalawote Festival kind of thing. But it will surprise you that you go there, the street is empty. Everybody is in his or her room doing their own thing. It's like even the people don't acknowledge the fact that Igwai or Cape Coast or Central Region is a hub of tourism. So the mindset must be changed here and now. Else we will just say tourism. We will have the dungeons being visited, and then we are done for the day.
Wow.
So as you asked, what can we do? We need to be very much involved in the activities of tourism and entertainment here.
Thank you so much, Eko Simpson, and he is in the Central Region. He's tourist, he tours the world, tours the Central Region, everywhere in this country, and he's giving us that report from the Central Region. Thanks so much, Eko Simpson, for your time this afternoon. Let me go to the Volta Region and speak to Paul Anku Mensah, also a media personality there. He's a PRO for the Volta Music Awards. Paul, good afternoon.
Well, Kwame, good afternoon, and a warm greetings to everyone in the studio. It feels good to be on air this evening.
F1.
Oh, my phone, you're F1.
Ndoya edu akple fetidatia.
My buddy, and I walk for me. Ndoya.
Oh, lo. Everybody is here laughing and smiling.
It's not a small matter. It's not a small matter.
I have met my meter. Paul, how is everybody doing in the Volta region?
The Volta region is growing steadily, and the atmosphere is that of pomp and pageantry. Is that what we say? I mean, it's a destination. You know it all year long, not just for Christmas, but all year round. It's been one particular region where, not too far from, as my friend said, Accra. You just can drive, come through, and several tourist sites these days. And it's always a good feeling to be in the Volta region.
Yeah, so in terms of entertainment, what have been the high points so far?
So, briefly, I'll say the high point basically is that the region is, making progress when it comes to events and all of that. Now, artists are able to do their shows without headliners from Accra, and that's really, really magnificent. And the whole idea is that we're able to put together shows, and people are able to come, not necessarily just because of Accra artists. You get my point. So I think one of the biggest, fast rising artists this year basically has been the likes of, there's been Pest Boy, there's been Chief One, obviously. Apart from the usual guys, Skinny Eyes and Jaffinga, there's been a couple of artists as well. There's a gentleman, very, very powerful, to be as well. There's also Rizla Styler. And so for the positive, there's several of them. There's also Bino Ayoni, also from Aplao. So in a nutshell, it's been a good one for the region, not just this year, but previous years have been very, very good. Several events.
Before you go to events, there's a question I asked you the last time we spoke on Spaces, and so if I came to the Volta region and I tuned into any radio station randomly, which type of music am I likely to listen to? A song by, let's say, somebody from the community or somebody from the region, or a national quote unquote song, or a foreign song?
Okay, so I mentioned earlier that at the time that you're likely to hear a combination of both. From the Volta region, from Accra, and also from international. But you're likely to hear Chief One. You're likely to hear Skinny Eyes, Jaffinga, and all of that. And this is because there's been an intentional or a deliberate effort to put the songs from the region on the map. And that's how come we have a lot of charts, like music charts on radio platforms. We have I mean, the likes of bloggers like dclass.com, they have charts where they put on these songs, I mean, top 10 and what have you. And these things are the reasons why you are likely to hear Chief One, Jafinga, even Camido, and whilst you're also listening to your regular songs from other parts of the country and outside the country. So basically a combination of both, I would say.
Wow, that's awesome. Then to events, how well do they patronize locally organized events?
So I mentioned that the region is growing steadily, and if you compare 2021 to 2022 and now 2023, it's been a steady growth basically. From us way back as early this year, where Jonila brought the street jamboree at Joapon to even in recent time where the Asogli State brought the Asogli Time with the Stars. It was massive, and again, this didn't have any extraordinary A-list artists from Ghana or from Accra. It was musicians from the region. So from Asogli Time with the Stars, where the likes of Edem Camido, Sinaso Chifuan all performed, it was huge. And one thing that is worth noting is the fact that in terms of sound and stage, it's been a very, very improved sector when it comes to events. So you see the stage and you see that, no, this is a standard stage. The likes of Elombini with his Events 21 movement. And so they've made sure that, look, let's have a show that will have an international standard stage. And so that is also worth noting. From Asogli with the Time with the Star, there's also the 5th Volta Trade and Investment Fair. Now, this fair is a big one because it's been happening every year. And this year, the hashtag has basically been Visit Volta. And I think this Visit Volta has been going on for not less than, I think, for 4 or 5 years now. And this Volta Fair, usually, I mean, the likes of Bernard Avle, Kafuide, MFA Pau, Mama V, Usabwa J, musician Edem. And this time we had the U.S. Ambassador to Ghana, Madam Virginia Evelyn Palmer, also visiting. And this one has everything. It has music, it has fashion, it has food, and basically several exhibitors across the country. And this one, I mean, putting Volta on the map regarding all these sectors, not just music, but fashion and all of that. And other events, including, I mean, if you go down south in Keta, the usual Hogbe Chocho Festival, I mean, it happened this year from 10th September as well. So, big one, it was crowned with the Grand Derba and the musical concerts. It was headlined by Edem, Chief One, Jafinga. And don't forget that this year, the whole of Ghana was in Ho. If you remember, 5th March.
Yes, I do.
Yes, 5th March parade came off in Ho at the Volta Regional Youth Resource Center. And it was a big one. The hotels, I mean, everywhere was so busy. And yes, people cashed in on the local market, if you know what I mean. People who are hawking, the traders, the boats and what have you. And so we had several diplomats coming into the region as well. So yes, even as far as the OT region, artists there embraced the digital music seminar held in July by Jonila and a few other people. And the good thing with the region too is that there's some form of link between those of us in the creative space and our leaders. So for time past, we've had the likes of Honorable Kofi Adam. So he is the MP for Buem. He was actually there for the OT, the digital music seminar there in OT. For Water Music Awards, for instance, in time past, we've had the likes of Honorable Stephen Emmanuel Bejra also join us. And in recent time, this year, we had Edem Agbana of the NDC Ketu North as well. He put together a very wonderful show, Edem Agbana Carnival, on the 3rd of December. So there's a bridge. There's a link actually between the creatives and the leaders in the region and beyond. And we also had Eden Fest this year, Eden Fest and Who Talk in Ho. We had the likes of Jupiter, Kelvin Boy episode and Time Me. And it goes on and on and on. But please, let's take note of the new arts, I mean, on arrival. The likes of To Be and Pace Boy, Rizla Styler, Bino, and several of them. I know you guys know Chief One and Kinias and co, but there's a whole lot happening. There's a whole lot of guys coming in full force. And so, awesome. The high moments is really there for us here in the region.
And you didn't mention theater or film. You didn't talk about comedy.
Big one. So the issue with theater here is that there have been pockets of movie premieres here in the region, right? There have been a few of them here and there, but it's a big challenge.
Movies produced in the Volta region or movies produced from outside the region?
So yes, there have been few guys, like McKay Production and a few others who are doing movies in the local dialect in the region. They're struggling with sponsorship, but they're doing their best. That being said, a couple of productions from Accra also, normally visit the region for their movie premieres, but it's on a low. That's the frank. I'm very honest with you on that one, and it has to do with one thing, which is almost a national issue as well: event centers, venues, right? So, Kwame, the issue here is that the young guys in the region who are trying their best to put together premieres and events and all that, they have to struggle with limited events. People have to use hotel lobbies and the whole technical university auditorium, and you know how some of these auditoriums are built. Some of them are not built with events in mind, and so young people have to struggle to fit in. But that not being said, it's been a good one. We've been managing to push through. So yes, I'll say that we need events, not just we need more event centers in the region.
Thank you very much, Paul Mensah Anku from the Volta region. He's a media personality, PRO for the Volta Music Awards. Thanks for your time this afternoon here on Showbiz A to Z. Yeah, we appreciate your time this afternoon. Paul Mensah Anku there giving us that report from the Volta region. Now we'll be going to the northern region. Suhini is standing by, Jasolo in the eastern region. You see Kenneth in the upper west, and then DJ Quest from the Bono region. So we'll be going there as well. But in the meantime, let me come in the studio and then speak to Uncle Ken, Chief Mume, Noella, and Kojo Preko Dankwa. Now we've heard from the Volta region talking about they releasing some films, they're doing some premieres, the music industry is booming and all that in the Volta region. You go to the central region and Echo tells you that they don't really get music stars from Cape Coast but from the other areas in the central region, and the fact that the leaders don't support them. Now let me come to you, Kojo Preko Dankwa, with all that you've heard.
The Volta region guy.
Yes.
When you asked him about films and other shows, comedy and stuff, and he was lamenting on the unavailability of venues.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, I just whispered to Kojo and Noella, I said, you see, for places like that, those 1,500-seater amphitheaters
fits them
will be ideal
for them.
For people who produce to be able to showcase their products there.
Yeah. Kojo?
Yes, I think that listening to the reports coming from the region, it tells you one thing, that the arts in itself lacks what we've been talking about for how many years, God knows, data, to really understand what really goes on within these regions. If you even listen to Ashanti region and all that, one thing cuts across, like Ken said, is a venue. The other thing is that I think that the ministry is also not really concentrating very well with specifics with the regions as to what will really build the regions and what they are good at.
Okay.
Because every region has its own strength and weakness.
Okay.
It's just that I think everybody is flying with what is happening within the Greater Accra and assuming and thinking that it will also work and vibe well. Within the other regions and all that. You see, the ministry is called Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture. I think what is missing greatest is the culture. We are not really and truly talking culture and pushing the agenda with the ministry as in what they are doing when it comes to culture. Listen, all the regions you spoke to, it tells you that they have strengths and weaknesses. Listen to Central Region. He tells you, as for us, movie or whatever is a no-go area. So what is the go area? Okay. When the diasporas drop in this country, they arrive. The first place they want to visit are the heritage, the forts and all that.
Yeah, he mentioned.
Where are they? In the Central Region. What have we put in the investment to see that area blossom with
blossom is the word,
heritage or probably culture.
Yeah.
Okay, we haven't. They have lots of beaches. I remember when we picked the ambassadors during Katri's time, we had ambassadors like Daddy Lumba, like Imensa Dams, wanting to concentrate on the beach, okay, to see the beach, areas clean and all that. What have we done seriously when it comes to the beaches, probably in Central Region? What is attracting me to drive all the way from here to Central Region? To do what? Apart from getting the Orange Festival thing and all that, what else am I going to enjoy when it comes to Central Region? We're here asking ourselves, who is the, whichever way it is, the greatest artist coming from Central Region in terms of music, or probably the film and all that. You understand?
Yeah.
So for me, it makes me feel we have not really gone into the space to really check the strength and weaknesses of these areas so that we can build, upon it.
Yeah.
Look at Ashanti region. NY did say that, yes, they have issues with venues and all that. But one of the things that is really up there is music. To the extent that, for me, they were the people who have taken us to another level. The Ghanaian drill, the one that was chosen, is it part of the categories or whatever?
Yeah,
that we have to deal
yeah,
with?
the African music
Exactly.
performance.
Ghanaian drill, where is it coming from? It is the same Asaka guys
Yeah.
who are really pushing
Yeah.
for some of these things to happen. So and even gospel, when you talk about gospel music,
yeah,
it is the Ashanti region.
Yeah.
You will want to listen to correct gospel music. That is where you want to get it from and all that. So for me, if we can really identify, if music is there, culture is there. They have serious culture when it comes to Ashanti region, the southern. They have it. The other issue of what maybe we'll discuss later with the funeral tourism and all those things that really messed up the whole system.
Last week we mentioned it during the tourism review.
You understand?
Yeah.
We have not really prepared the regions very well for us to identify what their strengths are. Listening to Volta region, we know here that there are a lot of movies that comes from Volta region. Maybe the guy should check again. To the extent that when we even had to do the first data collection, Richard Boateng started from Volta region. That tells you how good they are when it comes to movies and the way they serve that enclave. And the borders that surround them and all that. It is huge.
About 10 years ago, I even learned they had Bollywood. Oh, yes.
Oh, when I was at the...
When you were, yes. You had Bollywood, right?
Cinematograph Exhibition Board of Control.
Yes.
There were lots of movies
from the Volta region.
Yes.
Mostly in the local dialect with subtitles.
Subtitles, right.
And brilliant movies. And even on the Golden Movie Awards.
Yeah.
Films from the Volta region won.
Wow.
Some categories.
And some categories. Yes, at the Golden Movie Awards. Yeah.
You understand? What is really happening now? Why is it going down? If it's going down, what is the problem? Do you understand? We have not started.
Maybe they should also think about putting them on YouTube, on social media.
Yes, coming to this YouTube and all that. We're even talking about what really film is, because the then Ashanti region, and I was saying that they are putting their films on YouTube and doing the skits and all. So I was asking the cinema guys that, yes, what is the difference between the skits and the film and all those things? You see. So if truly film is one of the biggest thing in Volta region and in Ashanti region, and they are using that to really promote the region, what are we doing? What are the agencies under the ministry, doing to really hold on to some of these things? I think that it is a good thing you guys have done for us to have a fair view, of what is really happening within. For me, this is data for me.
Yeah.
It tells me what is really transpiring within these spaces.
Yeah.
You ask them, what about theater? Oh, theater, we are not like that. What is music? Oh, music, we had this one guy coming up and no. One guy cannot really tell, translate the whole system into another thing. I think there's a missing link within the spaces that we really and truly will have to deal with. So for me, we have done a lot of tourism and art. We haven't really captured the culture aspect very well, to the extent that we are not even giving mileage to the review that is even being done currently on our cultural policy to really see what is really happening, I mean, with our culture regime. And for me, it is
stakeholder engagement.
Is that?
Stakeholder engagement ongoing.
Yes, stakeholder engagement is ongoing. But for me, I think is one of the things that we really and truly need to see us stamp our feet on. Because listen, if we are messing when it comes to culture, there's nothing we can do to hold on to these two. Because tourism will have to promote culture. Culture is giving you what tourism is.
Yeah.
Now, Uncle Ken was talking about Trinidad and Tobago. Culture is food.
Mm.
Like Moment was saying, the guy is projecting. What is he projecting? The food, the attire, everything. It is the same culture. I mean, the stakeholders meeting you're even talking about, the UNESCO man, is it Mauko or some Muko or some Edward?
The one leaving?
Yes, the one who attended the stakeholders.
Chief Moments. Oh, who is that? Okay.
Is that
the new one?
Okay.
Motoko, good.
Motoko.
I mean, he said something very, very, very profound. He said that we should start tasking our government to put at least or spend 1%, okay, of investment into our culture. No, now when a UNESCO man who is giving you money tells you that this is what you need to do, and he's telling you that you need to value culture, you need to understand that culture is the way or the gateway for you, then there's something in there that, I mean, it's missing.
Great.
And for me, I think that by and large, I'm happy I'm getting all these things. These things should have been given to us by our agency, I mean, Creative Art Agency, to really, I mean, give us the whole overview of the creative art sector, just as Ghana Tourism Authority had done for their sector. I mean, we can tell how many enterprises they have. We can tell what has really transpired with Ghana Beyond. I mean, the Beyond thing that they did, and all the events that they are doing. And for me, it is one of the things that I wish that moving forward, we see, I mean, our sector really, I mean, improving on that.
We have 4 more reps to speak to, but let me come to Noella. Before I come to Noella, somebody says that Mr. Dadzie and Uncle Ken, please shower more praises on that lady for me, Noella Karini Yale. She makes my head spin whenever I hear her speak on radio. She has been my all-time favorite crush on radio. Hey, it's been over 6 years and I haven't stopped crushing. I really admire her. I think she should know who I am by now. This is Ayigbeni Dugbeda from Nungwa. Ayigbeni, if you start doing this thing, I will not like you at all. Ayigbeni, okay, so that's it. Noella, let me ask you this question. So you heard Paul from the Volta region talk about the fact that when you get to the Volta region, you are likely to hear from some of their locals, people from the community. What does this tell us, vis-a-vis this call for us to play more local, music?
I think you read my mind actually, on what I actually wanted to speak to. But before I even go on that, let me commend you and the team. I think earlier I was telling Uncle Ken and Philip that I think it's very laudable that we touched base with all the regional reporters to give us a report on how their year has been. I don't think I've heard anyone do that. I'm yet to listen to any.
No, we are the only people that do it. Kojo will not do it.
No. I hear you.
Kojo has commended you.
Kojo is tired.
I really just hope that the right ears are listening and they'll take cues from all those reports. But yeah, the Volta region guy, he said something really quite striking, I beg your pardon, about how he feels most musicians can now hold their events without support from Accra in terms of marketing or whatever. And for me, it tells me they're very much intentional now about taking things, or how do I even say this, someone wants to put it, but it's not coming.
The word is not coming.
Yeah. But it basically tells us how they've been complaining, over the years about how when it comes to support, they feel like the support they get from Accra is very small to nothing, right? And for me, when I hear them complain, I always say that, Charlie, in this age now, you have social media, you have TikTok, you have these dancers that you go to, and you tell them, create a challenge or create a dance challenge for my music, and you do it, and to a large extent, we've seen cases, we've seen songs. Camido's Sugarcane is one of them.
So what you wanted to say was that they should take their destinies in
their own hands, exactly, right? And they're doing that, like with him saying that they're more intentional with the kind of songs they're playing. I'm very much happy. And you ask them, which musician am I likely to hear when I get to the Volta region? And I was very much impressed when he mentioned their local artists and nothing to do with the Shatawale and Stone Boys and everything. So I feel like they should continue on that trajectory, and definitely if they should add social media and all of that. If you're an artist, you're listening, you maybe you're based in the Eastern region, Volta region, whatever it is, I think you should put a lot of seriousness in what you do. Even if it's a show, obviously conquer your people, get your home support, and then put it up on social media. Once we see, we'll come for you.
Not the foundation for this whole play more Ghanaian music thing. If you can play from your community, let's say maybe 40% from your community, maybe 70% from Ghana, and 30 from something like that. I'm just saying.
I think all regions should do that.
Uncle Ken, before I come to Chief Mumin, then
but I'm not also saying they shouldn't come to Accra to promote their songs.
No, they come. They do come. Chief One, Chief One, Kenny Eyes, and the other guys have been coming.
From just tapping into what Noella just said about the Volta region and the talent from there. We haven't as yet spoken to the northern.
They have a lot of stories to share.
I don't want to jump the gun.
Okay.
Because they are also people who have,
a certain short man has worked in.
Yes. But as for me, another thing I want to talk about is the resurgence. If the word I have chosen is right, Chief, listen to the context.
Okay.
If the word I've chosen is right, the resurgence in the minds of the music public of the gospel people. All of a sudden, the gospel folks have bounced up. Top of mind, and they are giving us something to think about, and they're giving us good music,
good performances.
And good performances. They're organizing their own shows. They are, there's a sort of rivalry, healthy rivalry, happening amongst the artists, and I have been impressed. And it looks like they've toned down a bit on the
darkness versus light debate.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you.
I've always had this problem.
Thank you. I think they've toned down
a bit
on that, and that's helping their cause because they're getting a lot of the darkness people supporting them. So to speak.
Now they even do Afro gospel.
Thank you.
Oh yes, the Kobe Psalms and the Scott Evans, those people.
And the industry is buzzing. It's buzzing. Something I noticed. I don't think Adum was this year. I think Adum was last year.
2 years ago.
2 years.
Dana Hamilton.
Dana Hamilton's
2 years
Adum.
ago.
Okay. Something I noticed. I may be wrong, but you guys tell me.
Right.
After Adum came out, what I noticed in the gospel industry is that all the artists that have made it big have followed the Adum theme with their songs. If you pay attention to the gospel songs that have made
the theme
waves,
the theme,
the way Adum was themed,
right,
and the way it flowed,
the
production,
right,
and so on.
Right.
You listen to Celestine Donko's Akbenami. What's that song?
Is that Agbegbolo? Something.
Kwame knows a lot about the music. You know. Kwame, pay attention. I'm talking to you. Celestine Donko followed with certain songs along the lines of Adam. And she made it. And I'm even saying that when I listen to Narcissus Asida, it still takes me back. The first thing that comes to mind when I listen to it is Adum.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the way it flows.
Even PCS.
And PCS, thank you. Yeah. Even hers too. You know, so it shows you that in music, sometimes, and it happened back in the day, let's say the disco era, when a record label like Solar Records had the Whispers, had Dynasty, had people doing songs in the same vein, groups doing songs in the same vein, but they hit the market. And currently, I think the gospel people are doing that with the songs that they are releasing.
Yeah.
And they need to be commended, because now that genre is always at par in the news with, you know, the secular. Yes.
Okay.
They have their own controversies, which helps one way or the other. You know, little controversies here and there. They help.
All right.
Always keeping them there.
Great one there, Uncle Ken. Chief Moomin, Central Region, Volta Region. You've heard the reports.
It would be a travesty if we didn't mention that one of the highlights of this year for us was when we went to Afajato. We took the show there.
When you
when
you attempted to,
of course. I mean, of course. I made it to the summit quite boldly.
Yes, I did.
Okay, he did.
Oh, when
honestly,
you came, what did you tell me?
Oh, he did.
I did.
But he suffered.
Well, if you don't suffer, it means you didn't climb. I mean, that's the whole idea. It's a hike, so you have to feel it in your system. And I mean, the hotel we stayed at, the food was so good, so good. You know, the banku, the fufu, the fetereje. Oh my goodness! You know, I've still been having withdrawal symptoms since I came back, and I'll go back there. So I think that was great that we were able to take the show there. I think that it was a very important conversation we had, and I like the way that now there's a lot of effort to also market the Volta region as an important destination. I was actually invited to the Volta fair that they had, but unfortunately I wasn't around, so I couldn't make it. But I thought it was a very powerful initiative, and I think that the regions must take the bull by the horn, right? Because we always complain that a lot is happening in Accra, and then Accra is not Ghana. So it is important for us to highlight what is happening within the other regions. But that will not happen if stakeholders in the regions do not themselves, make important effort. I mean, let me shout out to my sister Wiala for the amazing work she's doing in Funsi and the Upper West region. You know, they've kind of like built a small community center. She's even built a whole guest house in her community for people traveling to pass by. And every December, she goes back to do like a whole show there. So I think that's important for stakeholders in the various regions to actually, as Kujo has said, I mean, to identify what is their value proposition and to also sell their region through constant engagement to ensure that whatever traffic that is coming to Ghana does not, stay only within Accra, Cape Coast, Accra, but it's able to spread, around the country. So I'm encouraging more promoters within the regions, to also take up, to push for their regions. Of course, the issue of infrastructure would always come up, but we still have to make do with what we have until we're able to get what we want.
Thank you, Chief Moomin. Yeah, still here on Showbiz A to Z, Joe 99.7 FM. My name is Kwame Dadzie. We still have Northern Region, Savannah regions. We have the Eastern Region. We have Upper West, Upper East, Upper North, the East regions. And then we have the Bunu regions as well coming up. And so we'll be going to them to speak to them here on Joe 99.7 FM. In the meantime, though, let's take a breather. When we come back, we get into the rest.
The boys are lined up looking for an opening. They are charging forward from aisle 3. Kuku has his eye on the cashier, but Yo gets there first. He taps, and he scores!
Win your ticket to glory with the ABSA Card Assist. Tap to pay with your ABSA debit or credit card, and you could qualify to score an unforgettable Premier League experience in the UK, as well as other weekly prizes. It's time to tap your way to the Premier League. ABSA, the official banking partner of the Premier League. Terms and conditions apply.
Christmas is here again with us, and Volta Serene Hotel Ho offers you the very best, the most fun-filled, and most relaxing Christmas ever. Dubbed the Serene Christmas from 23rd of December 2023 through to the 1st of January 2024. Oh yes, if you want to celebrate Christmas in a luxurious 4-star hotel that you can actually call home in the most serene environment, then Volta Serene Hotel offers you just that. All reservations come with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. A tour to the mountain of Faja and the Wuri waterfalls on 24th of December 2023. Our hiking, bonfire, nightclub, and musical entertainment sessions will leave you totally elated. We are poised to make your weekend a fun and a relaxing one. Hey Pumpkins, you are not left out, as our entertainment game house will be very, very active to host both young and old throughout the stay. Why don't you call us for enquiries and reservations? Make your Christmas a very serene one at the Volta Serene Hotel. Volta Serene Hotel. Feel the serene touch.
Hello, babe.
Hello.
Where are you?
I'm home watching football. What's up?
That reminds me. I hope we are going to Ivory Coast for the AFCON 2024 because I'm tired of watching it on TV.
Don't worry, babe. I've got everything under control.
Then my things are already packed though.
Dadzie Travels and CAF are making it possible for you to experience AFCON 2024 live in Ivory Coast from 13th January 2024. You can choose to go by air at a rate starting from $1,200 per person and $2,350 for couple, or by road at a rate starting from $890 per person and $1,750 for couple. Your flight, internal transport, daily breakfast, match ticket, and tours are all sorted. So what are you waiting for? Call 0595 500 817 or 0556 310 404 to book now. Dadzie Travels, fuel life's beauty.
Gripping conversations, business opportunities, and inspiring life stories in the engine room. We have it all. Tune in to Springboard, your virtual university with Reverend Albert Okran, this Sunday at 7 p.m. on Joy 99.7 FM, Facebook, and YouTube. Catch the repeat telecast on Joy Prime every Saturday at 9 a.m. Sponsors: Enterprise Group, MTN Pulse, UMB Bank, and Central University. Media partners: Joy FM, Joy Prime, and Graphic Business. Springboard. Your personal value will shoot up.
Here's where we turn around. Here's where we turn around.
The luckiest. Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
Keep buying your luckiest ticket with star 712 hash as an individual, a group, an association, or even a community, and stand a chance of winning in the community draw or the ultimate draw on 23rd of December. Be the luckiest on star 712 hash and win millions. Ticket sale starts on October 4th, 2023, and draw date is on 23rd December 2023. Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform. Win millions on star 712 hash.
The luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
It's the most fun-filled month of the year, and it's Game On GoTV. Gift your family with great shows like Paw Patrol on Nick Jr., The Really Loud House on Nickelodeon, Mr. Magoo on Cartoon Network, Star Wars Young Jedi on Disney Jr., and Batwheels on Cartoonito. To keep your family in the game, stay connected or reconnect to GoTV and make this a holiday season to remember. GoTV. Love it.
Dee's Dream World Ghana presents Efia Live. Saturday, 23rd December 2023 at the Accra International Conference Center. This electric concert brings you an unforgettable night featuring a star-studded lineup of Ghanaian artists and thrilling performances. Tickets 200 Ghana Cedis Ordinary, 350 Ghana Cedis VIP, and 500 Ghana Cedis VVIP. Dial star 714 star 600 hash to buy your tickets. Partners: Live Connect, Jeanette Services, and Gingam Entertainment. Media partners: Joy FM FM. Joy Prime. For more information, please call 0557 710 000 or 0508 856 200 or 0244 745 302 or visit www.fialive.com.
So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace.
My name is Diana Hamilton, VGMA Artist of the Year 2021 and Brand Ambassador of Awake Purified Drinking Water. I am super excited to partner with Ghana's first charity-driven water to give back to our communities. Awake is a brand that makes a difference. We impact the world around us. That is why for every bottle of Awake water you buy, an amount is donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center. Yes, every time you quench your thirst with a refreshing bottle of Awake, you're helping contribute to save lives. So keep drinking Awake Purified Drinking Water and let's continue making a difference. Awake Water, one for life, supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
As the commander-in-chief in my house, I always ensure that I give my family the best. And this includes their television viewing. That's why we watch GoTV.
If you are a drama queen, just like me, GoTV gives you all the local drama on Aquaba Magic.
And I watch my favorite cartoons on GoTV.
Go! For me, it's all football. GoTV Super Plus in T. I get all the Premier League games as well as La Liga, Serie A, and Europa. Chale, it be too much enjoyment. This festive season, Yenya Gibraltar with GoTV, your family's entertainment is sorted. Dial *759# to reconnect today and be part of the excitement. GoTV, love it.
The festival is coming.
What is going on between you and Pamela?
Roverman Productions, in partnership with Joy FM and the National Theatre, presents the Roverman Festival of Plays. The festival starts on 23rd December with 4 Girls, Their Spell. 24th December, Husband Material, 7 Yards. 25th December, I Like What You Like. New Year's Day, Naked in Bed. 2nd January, Unhappy Wives Confuse Husbands. 6th January, Just the Tip. 7th January, Naked in Bed. 8th January, 4 Girls, Their Spell. Venue, National Theatre. For tickets, dial *365*535#. WhatsApp 050-554-6010 or visit our regular outlets. Rate 200 Ghana cedis per play and 900 cedis for 6 plays. Time 4 and 8 p.m. each day. Sponsors Gino Tomato Mix, GCB Bank and Ebony Condos. Roverman Productions, be the difference.
Yeah, darling.
Christmas is here again, and your CIMG Hospitality Facility of the Year, Labadi Beach Hotel, brings you the best of the season. Join us with your friends and family in the cozy Aquaba restaurant on the 24th of December, the eve of Christmas, for our barbecue lunch. On Christmas Day, December 25th, the ever-popular Winneba Youth Choir and Black Lace Band will serenade you with your favorite Christmas carols and music while you enjoy sumptuous buffet lunch and bubbly with your loved ones. Let all the December bonds gather on the 26th of December for our special Boxing Day birthday lunch, celebrating in the most spectacular way with renditions of your birthday songs by Jazz and more. Our all-white New Year's Eve dinner party is your best memorable experience to end 2023 as we welcome the new year in a grand style with spectacular fireworks. Let's jam to the live performance of Black Lace Band to usher in 2024. For enquiries and reservations, please call 0302-772-5016 or 05401-23691. It's Christmas at Labadi Beach Hotel. Let's celebrate.
Merry Christmas, everybody, and a Happy New Year.
Get ready to swing into the new year with rhythms that will captivate your soul. Join us for Jazz in January, a 4-day jazz festival celebrating the heart and soul of jazz music. Experience unforgettable performances from world-class musicians that will make your heart dance. Performing live, American jazz saxophonist Jeff Kashwa, the Native Vibe Band, the Ghana Jazz Collective, Kevin Flournoy with Lamont Dozier Jr., Myrna Clayton, and many more. Date from 4th to 7th January. January 2024. Venue Plus 233 Jazz Bar and Grill, opposite GBC. Time is 8 p.m. each day. Price 400 cedis for the festival, 200 cedis per show. For tickets and more information, call 0233 233 233 now. Don't miss the electrifying soulful Jazz in January. This event is powered by the Ghana Jazz Foundation in partnership with Plus 233 Jazz Bar and Grill.
The luckiest, luck is everywhere, for everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
Keep buying your luckiest ticket with star 712 hash as an individual, a group, an association, or even a community, and stand a chance of winning in the community draw or the ultimate draw on 23rd of December. Be the luckiest on star 712 hash and win millions. Ticket sale starts on October 4th, 2023, and draw date is on 23rd December 2023. Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform. Win millions on star 712 hash.
The luckiest, you could be the luckiest.
Joy 99.7 FM, Showbiz A to Z, and we're still reviewing entertainment in 2023. We have some 4 reps to speak to on the phone lines. We'll be going to the eastern region, to the upper regions, to the Bono regions, and then to the northern and savannah regions. In the meantime, when given the opportunity, you will have plenty of testimonies to share, and being very lucky in life. You could make us cry, others could make us laugh. But 23rd of December could be your luckiest moment ever. So dial star 712 hash to participate in the luckiest draw to stand a chance of winning the ultimate 1 million Ghana cedis. A moment to turn your fortunes around and have a big celebration as an individual, a group, an association, or even as a community. So again, dial star 712 hash and buy a ticket for yourself or as a gift for a friend, family, or a colleague. This December, luck will find you. The luckiest, luck is everywhere. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform. Now, this Dream World Ghana presents a Fear Live on Saturday, 23rd December, this evening at the Accra International Conference Center. This electric concert by Ifia brings you unforgettable night featuring a star-studded lineup of Ghanaian artists and thrilling performances. Tickets are selling for 200 Ghana cedis. We have VIP 350 Ghana cedis, and then VVIP for 500 Ghana cedis. You can dial star 714 star 600 hash to buy your tickets now. Partners Live Connect and Gingham Entertainment. Media partners Joy 99.7 FM and Joy Prime. For more information, you can call 05511. Let me take it again. 05577100040. 05577100000 or 05088562000. Better still call 0244 745302. Still on Joy 99.7 FM is Showbiz A to Z. Adansi Travels, the 2022 Best Tour Operator by the Ghana Tourism Authority and the 2023 CIMG Hospitality Facility Allied and Support Service is at it again. So after a successful 10-year anniversary celebration in August, which saw over 500 people traveling all over the world with fully chartered flights on Emirates, Adansi Travels is back again with Adansi A10 Reloaded. So join Adansi A10 Reloaded trips this November and December to Qatar, Dubai, South Africa, Rwanda, Nairobi, Zanzibar, Singapore, Philippines, Malaysia, and more to come. All the packages include return flights, inbound domestic flights, hotel accommodation, airport transfers, daily breakfast. We have city tours, guided shopping, among others. You can pay an initial deposit now to lock your spots. Just call 053100850 or you can call 059-550-0817. Better still, just go to their website www.adancetravels.com or just link up with them on their social media handles. Now the festive season is upon us, and DSTV in collaboration with Electromart has a perfect Christmas gift for everyone. Buy an LED TV that's 55-inch and above from an Electromart outlet and get a free DSTV decoder with 1 month subscription at no additional cost. Christmas go BWA this year. Enjoy the action from the Premier League, especially with the great games on Boxing Day. Watch our exciting drama and movie content across Aquaba Magic and all our movie channels. Don't miss out on this unmissable deal. Contact 055-2755-456 or 055-2777-905 for more details. Terms and conditions apply. DSTV, it's your moment. Still right here, Joe 99.7 FM, 18 past 5, Showbiz A to Z. My name is Kwame Dadzie, but let me tell you about how to get cash, What if I told you that 10 Ghana cedis can get you a free concert ticket and shopping vouchers worth up to 500 Ghana cedis to shop at Melcom, or get some buckets of juicy chicken at KFC every week this December? Here is what to do. Stake 10 Ghana cedis or more in the Game Park Game Pick 1 or Pick 4 lottery to be entered into a weekly Saturday raffle for a chance to win in the Mula for December promo. Regardless of the outcome of your stake, you can still win a voucher for yourself. Vouchers are limited, so play more to increase your chances. And remember to watch the Saturday promo draw on our Dome TV at 6 p.m. Dial star 946 hash or just visit www.gameparkgames.com to play now. Terms and conditions apply. Game Park Games, more Mula, more power. Let me remind you that we still have some people to speak to from the other regions right here on Showbiz A to Z. But we can't leave you out of the fun this Christmas, yeah? Christmas is here again, and your CIMG Hospitality Facility of the Year, Labadi Beach Hotel, brings you the best of the season. So join with friends, family in the cozy Aquaba restaurant on Christmas Eve, 24th December, for our barbecue lunch. So on Christmas Day, that is 25th, the ever popular Winneba Youth Choir and the Black Lace Band will serenade you with your favorite Christmas carols and music while you enjoy sumptuous buffet with bubbly, and then you get bubbly actually with your loved ones. Let all the December bonds gather on 26th, for our special Boxing Day birthday lunch as we relive your birthday celebration in the most spectacular way with renditions of your birthday songs by Josin Moore. Then our all-white New Year's Eve dinner party is your best memorable experience to end 2023 as we welcome the new year in a grand style with spectacular fireworks. Let's jump to the live performance of Black Lace Band and more to ushering the 2024 year. For enquiries, call 030-277-250-126 or 0540-123-691. Are you a jazz enthusiast or just a lover of good music? Get ready to dive into 4 days of pure musical delight. Don't miss the electrifying Jazz in January Music Festival coming your way this new year, promising to thrill you with rhythms that will captivate your soul. World-class musicians performing live. American jazz saxophonist Jeff Kashwa. We have America's Songbird Brenna Clayton, we have Native Vibe Band, we have J Jazz Collective, we have Kevin Flirtnoy, we have Lemon Desire Jr. and many more. Mark your calendars from 4th to 7th January at the Plus 233 Jazz Bar and Grill. Gates are open at 7 p.m. and the show starts at 8 p.m. Ticket selling at 400 Ghana cedis for the entire festival and then 200 cedis for a show per show, Now you can call 0233 233 233. Wow. 0233 233 233. Now, did you know that MTN Momo now has an app? Yes, MTN Momo has a brand new app specially designed to make your Momo experience easier, convenient, and faster. So just download the Momo app on Play Store or App Store on your smartphone and look out for the blue and yellow icon. It's that simple. Momo app allows you to view your statements, pay your bills, and so much more. So use the app for your Momo transactions and enjoy 100% bonus when you recharge using the Momo app. So go on, download the Momo app now and start transacting with the Flex at no data cost. Just Momo Aids everywhere you go. Now embark on a journey across Africa of the African Festival, a celebration that bets the second coming of Nkrumah by Lateef Abubakar, Africa's biggest theatrical venture. Step into the den of history, dance the lively TAF Carnival, and embrace adventure with camel rides in the desert. Marvel at the iconic Pyramid of Giza, reflect at the Nelson Mandela capture site, and explore a world of fun for the kids and the Museum of the Future. Join Africa's biggest culture night from 28th to 30th December at the Accra International Conference Center. Dial *711*10# or visit www.theafricanfestival.com for tickets. At 150 Ghana cedis. Tickets are also available at Kuala Airport Shell, Bachona Total, Joy FM. You can call them on 057-1900-900 for details. It's Joy 99.7, Showbiz A to Z. We have some more time to kill right here. We need to go to the various regions. We have 4 more reps standing by. Jasolo in the eastern region, Suini Shaharan, northern region. We have Yusuf Kenneth, upper west, upper east, northeast regions. We have DJ Quest from the Bono regions. We are just having a fair idea of how the showbiz industries in these regions fared in the year under review. So let's go straight to the eastern region, my hometown, the Flower City, and let me speak to Jasolo. Jasolo is a media personality, also part of the people who organize the Eastern Music Awards. Let me say good afternoon to him. Hello, Jasolo.
Kwame.
How are the flowers doing?
Everybody's fine.
do we still have flowers in the Eastern region?
We do. I mean, the flowers are still there.
And they are still there.
Forget Hamatan.
Have you been watering them?
Oh, yeah, been watering them. They're looking fresh and all that.
Great one there, Jasolo. So let's take a look at show business in 2023 in the Eastern region. How did it go?
Right. Thank you very much, Kwame. So in 2023, it was quite challenging for the artists in the region. But then I would say they did their best, 100% for effort. Because you see, this is one region where you don't find a lot of investors putting in to help these young talents to get out there. But you find them, organizing their own shows, pushing to do promo outside the region, coming to Accra, Kumasi, and all that. So yes, Showbiz in 2023, it was good, but it wasn't what we expected. Because if I ask any of your guests in the studio to mention 1 or 2 names from the region that had hits out there, I doubt if they can give me names. So yes, although in the region you had Dafideba Kwame, Koche, Komavo, Sinami, all these guys doing so well. It's difficult to say that their names went outside the borders of the Eastern region.
Some people have blamed you, the media people there, for not playing their songs.
Well, the blame always comes. Even in Accra, you still find people blaming the big stations. I mean, now there's an agenda of 100% play Ghana going on radio, despite what media houses like yourself, Joy FM, HFM, and all that have been doing for all these artists. They are still asking for more. So yes, artists will always ask that we give them more. But blaming the media personalities, no. I think if there's one thing that we need to praise them for, is the fact that now you come to Eastern Region, and I can bet on anything that you tune into a radio station in Koforidua or down, or as Amanke say, in the next 15 minutes you hear a song from a local artist. So yes, people are doing well by pushing their songs out there. At least Eastern Music Awards was held 2 weeks ago, the 7th edition, and the sort of artists that performed, the sort of works that was put out there, it will tell you that there's been an improvement in the last years. Before Eastern Music Awards came, it was difficult to even find artists from the region doing songs that can be played on, say, Joy FM. But right now, if I give you a song from El Kojo, or I give you a song from Dasibaba Kwame, I know Chief Movement or any other person in the studio will say, wow, this is a great record. Thanks to what people are doing here, the media especially, pushing them to do their best. So the blame, I expect them to come out with it. It also pushes us to do more for the game. So yes.
Okay, so this is music, but growing up in Koforidua, I was born in Koforidua, I lived in Koforidua, and we heard productions like Atamochiman and all those movies. Do we still have movie companies or producers in the Eastern region?
Kwame, movie in the Eastern region is one thing that, myself, I feel sorry about, because we don't see much of them doing this. Now the attention is shifting onto social media. If you come to Kumasi, I'm in Kumasi now, traveling out to Koforidua, and you see the likes of Benson and all these people on billboards because of what they've been doing on TikTok. It has attraction, so people they're getting endorsement deals for the works. But you come to Eastern region and it's difficult to find all these things happening. One guy that stands out is GH Pocky. That guy has a lot.
I've been watching his comic skits.
Good. Yeah. He does a lot of skits. Also remix some songs to fit what he also wants to put out. He's still getting numbers. So yes, besides GH Pocky, who is doing so well, utilizing social media to put his works out there, it's very difficult to see others also come up. Years back, we had some guys from Betom doing the Betom series and the Koforidua series. I was even part of this, but it's been a while since they put out a production. So film in Koforidua, not so much well. At least even the music that we are saying is struggling is doing way better than movie.
Great one there. Jasolo, I know you are doing a lot behind the scenes. I would like you to follow up on what's happening in the showbiz world in the Eastern region. So another time we have more time to talk about this, okay? So thanks so much for your time this evening right here on Joy 99.7 FM Showbiz A to Z. Let's go to the Northern region where Suhini Shaharan is standing by. Good afternoon, Suhini. Okay, we just lost Suhini there. We're still here talking about entertainment in 2023, doing a review going around the various regions. Let's speak to Suhini. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Kwame.
Yeah, Suhini. At long last, we are on.
Yeah, the battle has ended.
It's not ended yet. We are about to start. So, Suhini, quickly, let's go to the point. Let's talk about Showbiz in the Northern region in the year under review. Give us an overview of how things went or things have gone so far.
Well, this year I would say, but let me say a very good afternoon or good evening to panelists in the studio and also your listeners and to yourself. This year, I would say has been better than last year because a lot of things have happened this year which weren't happening in the past, especially with regards to film. When you look at film and art itself, ever since the emergence of Red Clay Studio in the region, in Tamale to be precise, it is beginning to change the face of art. And so somewhere this year, somewhere 9th December 2023, there was a program dubbed Ghana Creative Mixer. This program was put together by the French Embassy in collaboration with the Red Clay and presentation of initiatives for creatives in Ghana, specifically those here, was held there. Workshop on copyright, which is a big deal, with Kofi Boche Ansa leading the charge. There was a film talk party and also musical performances by our artists right here, Abu Sadek and the rest. And this year we've seen the National Film Authority also brought the Ghana Cinema Week to Tamale. We started yesterday and it's ending today. And I must say that we need such of that more in subsequent years, because over the years we've not been really feeling that National Film Authority in the region. So we seeing this year is in the right direction and we want to see more. And by saying this, the film industry itself and those in it need a lot to be able to bring out the best in them. They want to do the job, but the support isn't there. People to support the producers to bring out the best from them really isn't there. But this year we've had some of our actors playing roles in YOLO Season 2, and for me, it's a big deal because YOLO is all over in Ghana. And if we have actors from Tamale or the Northern region playing a role, being casted in such a series, I think it's a big deal. So with regards to the film, for me, it's been better, but I think there is more room for improvement. When we come to the music industry.
Before you go to the music industry, a question I asked Paul from the Volta region. Let me come to you with that question again. So, what type of music am I likely to hear when I come to your place and I tune into your radio stations? Is it local music, as in songs from those from your locality, or national songs, or maybe foreign songs from outside Ghana?
Okay, so when you drive in, upon arrival, you're going to hear songs from here. That revolution happened, I think, 5 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, where artists from here were embraced and their works were given prominence than other works that come from here. Even though there is a fair share, because compared to Accra, where it's very, very rare and difficult to hear songs from here is not like that. You might tune into one or two radio stations and you have a feel of songs coming from Ghana, specifically artists who are not here. Artists based in Accra enjoy airplay here, but the artists here enjoy more play in recent times than any other artists outside the region.
That's great. Now, you were saying something before I cut you. Can you please continue with that so that we wrap up?
With the music industry this year, I saw a change, a very drastic one, because for some time now it has been a duopoly where it's been only two big artists who are enjoying the space. But this year, that thing really changed, where there was a level playground for all talented artists enjoying the space. The likes of Fadlan, the Black Star Redeemer, Lassie Boy, Rich Kid, King Z, David AJ, and so on and so forth, all enjoyed the space in the art, in the creative art industry, especially in the music industry. Some of these artists have been pushing themselves to do things by themselves. They don't really get sponsors. They don't really get support. They do their own shows. They are those running affairs with their friends. There are no labels, so they carry the cross themselves. And this year has been exceptional compared to other years, like I said. Hitherto will just be Fancy Gadam and Macasio that you hear, or being able to have a show at the stadium or bigger event spaces. But this year, we see other artists trying it, and they've been successful. And so for me, I think with what we've seen this year, if it continues, where talented artists are given space to showcase their talent, I think the focus or the attention of the nation might be redirected to the region. It happened in the past when Fancy Gadam had his first show at the stadium, and Makasi also went there to do it. we had that national attention. But after that, the narrative hasn't been really the same. And recently, we've heard musicians calling for play Ghana music this December. I am very excited and happy that now artists in Accra are feeling the pinch of what artists who are outside Accra have been going through over the years. And this is because foreign musicians are having their music dominating Accra, and they can't stand it. Artists who are not in Accra, for instance, artists who are in Northern region, Ashanti region, or let's say Western region, they don't enjoy airplay in Accra like artists who are based in Accra. And I think that is also one of our major problems. And it's making us think that all the talent is based in Accra. I think we should widen our scope. And when we say Ghana music, the campaign that is going on, we say Ghana music. Do we really mean Ghana music or artists who are based in Accra? This is something that is really bothering my mind, because we've always focused on artists who are based in Accra, and Accra is the market. So if other artists who are outside Accra and they are doing well, I don't believe in pushing everything. I believe in pushing talented artists, and we have them across the country. If we're going to focus on all the things every other great artist is doing outside Accra, we can market them. But if it's the same name we're going to hear every year, or if those artists have to move from their region and come and base in Accra before they are given prominence, I don't think it will take us anywhere.
Great one there, Suhini. Please keep following proceedings in your region. We'll come back to you some other time for another reports. Thanks so much for your time this evening. Suhini Shaharan from the Northern region. He just gave us a report from the region. Thanks so much for your time. Now, let's come in here and speak to... The team lead. Are you the CEO or team lead of Image Bureau? It confuses me.
Team lead.
Team lead.
Yeah.
We CEO the difference.
We don't have a CEO. We work as a team. I just lead that team.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you did the first round of the Gods Are Not to Blame play.
Yeah.
Okay, people called for an encore. You did the last one.
Who tied Philip at the front?
He's not been tied, please. Then we did another one
during
the week from Monday, Tuesday to Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
So what's happened? Why are you coming again?
Popular demand one, and then two. Let me first apologize to our patrons on Wednesday who got tickets but couldn't get into the auditorium. We're totally to blame. I mean, there's no excuse, there's no reason. Yes, technically there's reason that makes sense, but bottom line, people who bought tickets could not get in, and they are stakeholders. We cherish and respect them a lot, so to all of them we're sorry. The other reasons, mainly, that we went to push for this rerun again, we had to plead with the National Theatre to get us the space, and when it became available, they made it aware. They made us aware, and we quickly secured it because National Theatre are also our partners. So they are mainly the reason we're doing this final run. That's what we call it, and it's on.
Is it a final?
Hopefully, for now, 2023. Once Mansa is still Mansaing, you never know.
Okay, so
so it's on Thursday 27th. Wednesday 27th and Thursday 28th of December.
2 days.
Yes, 2 days. Ideally, it's 7 p.m. Officially, it's 7 p.m. But the way the tickets thing is going, we may be compelled to do 2 shows on Thursday.
Thursday.
Just Thursday. But Wednesday early on in the day, the National Theatre Performance have another engagement, so we're unable to do 2 shows on that day. But maybe on Thursday we may do 2 shows. But for now, it is 1 show each day, Wednesday and Thursday, 7 p.m. National Theatre, and the ticket can be purchased at the same our website, www.imagebureaugh.com, or you can use our USSD code. That's *711*11*25#
again
as a primary school *711*11*25#, and then it's just 150 CDs.
Just 150 CDs.
There are family packages and there are student packages as well, so just follow the prompts and then you can secure yours. Philip is asking if there's a package for short people. Yes.
Just quick, Uncle Ken.
Yes, Uncle Ken.
You see what I said. How can I not be happy to be associated with these boys?
Say again. These boys.
These guys.
No, but
that have been privileged.
This one is my boy.
To meet all these years, the George Quays, the Chiefs, the Baba Sadiqs, the Francis Dokus, name them, the Nuales, Kwame Rasta. You know, these boys have excelled.
Yeah.
Wherever they are. and the lady.
Yeah.
They've excelled wherever they have been. And I feel so proud being associated with them.
Yeah.
You know, because they just don't come and sit here and talk. They do. They do.
Yeah. They walk the talk.
And they walk the talk.
It's just grace.
Okay. Yeah.
I think you know.
So those of you who didn't see the
yes, the gods are not to blame.
Please go.
You should come see it. You should.
First day.
Kojo Prakodamko has not seen it yet.
He should come.
Yes.
I saw it. I was on the last show.
Yes, Chief Moment.
You were.
That was
okay.
That
was on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Watch it again.
Wednesday.
Okay.
Yes, and big ups to the team. I mean, let me welcome George to the hurly belly world of producing epic productions.
Yeah.
To the insufferable cost involved.
Please repeat that part.
Please.
Hopefully with
that
these,
should be your last word.
Yeah. Hopefully with these reruns, he may be able to recoup. But I know what it takes to put some of these things together.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare. The normal theater model, when you do a production like this, you should be able to run like 40 times.
Exactly.
To be able to make
at least
a reasonable, But I get it. And congratulations to the team.
Yeah.
I think that the partnership, George Quay, Shakor, the National Theatre with the Assembly of Actors. I mean, I watch a play. I mean, I'm a producer, so when I'm watching a play, I'm not just watching as an audience. I am watching the
critical eye.
Critically. You know, I'm so absorbed, and I think it was a fantastic production. Big ups to the lead actor. It's an actor's play.
Yeah.
So the role of Odewale, played by
Andrew Tando Adote,
I mean,
was
phenomenal,
just flawless.
because an actor has to reach within to be able to play a character and to do it night after night after night. The kind of I mean, as a performer, so I do a 3-minute performance, powerful performance, and I'm drained. And considering he's on stage for almost 2 hours plus, I think that's
so far we've done 5 days and 7 shows.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
So we spoke about theater and how it has fared this year. Charlie, you guys are doing so well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
but
you.
before we go, finally, let's wrap up.
But where are we now?
The review.
We
We have a lot of things to clear from here. Could you break it down? You've listened to
what is
people from the
How much
regions.
is the airtime for one?
We want to buy the news. We are unable to reach some of our reps from the other regions, but I think we've done 6 so far. So, could you please wrap up everything we've talked about so far on the show today? Yes.
So the ones you have not been able to read, you can talk to them in the new year.
Yes, we can do that. Could you pray?
So in wrapping up, I think that
please 2 minutes.
We will have to, moving forward, we need to strengthen our agencies. We need to see them very effective. That is the root of our success.
Yeah.
And if it is not done well, we will continue to be in the same situation that just as we are in. So I'm encouraging that our agencies should be strengthened. National Commission on Culture is weak. It is not promoting what is supposed to. Visibility is weak and all that. I think that National Film Authority is also weak in terms of doing what is expected to them to do and all that. I think that if these agencies we claim are the ones to help us, I think we should do our best to see it strengthen and then do the needful.
Awesome. Next week we will do a part 2 of this, but it's going to be more or less we telling people who are best artists, song of the year. So Noella will be here again next week. Yeah, producer. Yes, right. So that's it, Noella. So before we go, yes, final words.
I've totally enjoyed my time here. And in wrapping up, I'd say that I hope that the national the tourism ministry, actually, I hope you're listening.
Yeah.
Every now and then we ask that people visit our country and all of that. And all these diasporans, when they come to Ghana, the first place they like to visit, like Kojo said, the
Cape
regions,
Coast,
the Cape Coast. I remember, I think a year ago, I had a conversation with one of the organizers of Afrofuture, Abdul, the leader, actually. And he spoke bitterly about the roads to our tourist sites. You know, you want to visit a certain, you know, tourist site, and you know, even how to get there is like a struggle. Yet we're selling these places to these diasporans, and I think it's high time we do something about it and make it better. Aside that, I think I would complete my list next week.
Yes.
Saturday.
Yes.
We still have a lot of juicy stories or headlines in there, so I'm totally looking forward to next week. But yeah, also I want to say thank you to Uncle Ken for making today very memorable for me. And thank you so much for your support. Every now and then when you see me, you're quick to, you know, pat my back.
Yes,
and
yes.
People like you are rare, and I really appreciate it. Thank
you. Uncle Ken hasn't spoken yet.
Kwame, as for me, all I will say is I wish everybody having an event in this period a successful endeavor. Stoneboy had a wonderful event
last night.
Last night, you know, and everybody's talking about it. You know, the conversations that have generated a lot of interest in everything that's going to happen. So whatever event you're having, make sure it's a success. You know, stress-free, incident-free, just enjoyment.
Awesome. A chief moment.
Planning. I've seen the concert once, you know, years ago. I'm planning to probably see Kojo Entry's 24th.
Oh yeah.
You want to do what?
Kojo
Entry
5. You know.
Hey.
Yes, I have.
You've never seen him.
Just just once, you know, in my life. And also, our brother Baba Sadiq, Wilderland is on. You know, so we want
definitely repping.
From 20.
I forgot about that.
And 27th.
Yeah. So we wish him the best.
But that's for him. He should have come here himself to talk.
But it's good to be back.
Lodge.
It's good to be back. I'm excited about the industry, and next year we have a lot of exciting things planned. So, let me give notice that half of the time I will not be around.
But hope next week we are seeing you.
Oh yeah, next week I'm around. Yes.
And so will you take some of us along?
And so I mean we're looking forward. And as a theater person, I have to talk about the plays happening. I mean, Uncle Ebo White Festival of Plays is ongoing, but there's actually a production I want people to pay attention to. Uncle Ken, let me invite you to a production happening
quickly
at the drama studio of the University of Ghana. It's called Makola Queens. Produced by Poetry and Dromo in partnership with
Santua.
It's a fantastic promotion. It's on the 27th, 28th, 29th at the drama studio. It's actually about the market woman who helped Ghana's independence, and that woman on the Nadromo, on the Queen. Yes, it's a very fascinating production.
Thank you very much.
Tomorrow, I guess.
The sing-a-thon is tomorrow. Okay.
Is it tomorrow?
Okay. Okay. So you watch Joy Prime and our social media handles. Thank you very much. Yeah. Big thank you to you, Uncle Ken Dadzie, to you, Chief Moment.
I'll be remiss about.
And then to you, Kojo Kodankwa. Yeah, thank you so much. Now get ready. We are going to a brief botanical gardens on Tuesday. Chief Mumin, please let's go together. We're taking Uncle Ken along. Noella, my producer, everybody's going. So get ready for another exciting and memorable time with the family as we bring you another fun-packed edition of the Joy FM Family Party in the Park. Come, let's have fun at the Brief Botanical Gardens. Families will be treated to lots of bonding and fun games such as cooking competitions, treasure hunts, sack racing, dancing competitions, among others. Tickets are going for a cool 200 Ghana cedis for a family of 6-ish. Cheapo. You can buy your ticket here at the front desk of Joy FM or make ticket reservations on 055-9691-797 or use the short code *714*003*3#. And it's brought to you by Fritol, Fortune Rise, Enterprise Life, Petrosol, Synthes Tank, Safari Tissue, Niche Coco, Kiki Drinks, Lesh Fortune, You Fresh Drinks, and Yomi. Now, give yourself a treat with Puma Cola. Yes, Puma Cola refreshes and tastes just like cola should. So with our unique flavor profile, Puma Cola is bold enough to be the hero of any party. Perfect for a quick pick-me-up during a busy day or as an addition to your cocktail. Puma drinks, a whole new vibe, best of chilled, available at your major distribution outlets and wholesale points. Call them on 0262 351 251. Now still getting luckier. When given the opportunity, you'll have plenty of testimonies to share about being very lucky in life. Some could make us cry, others could make us laugh. But on the 3rd of December today, it could be your luckiest moment ever. So dial *712# to participate in the luckiest draw to stand a chance of winning the ultimate 1 million Ghana. So it is a moment to turn your fortunes around and have a big celebration as an individual, group, or an association, or even as a community. Dial *712# and buy a ticket for yourself or as a gift for a friend, family, or a colleague. This December, luck will find you. The luckiest, luck is everywhere. And this promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform. Now, the festive season is upon us, and DSTV, in collaboration with Electromat, has a perfect Christmas gift for everyone. Buy an LED TV 55-inch and above from any Electromat outlet, or get a free DSTV decoder with 1 month subscription at no additional cost. Christmas go BWA this year, so enjoy the action from the Premier League, especially with the great games on Boxing Day. Watch our exciting drama and movie content across Aquaba Magic and all our movie channels. Don't miss out on this unmissable deal. Call them on 05527555456 or 05527779905 for more details. What if I told you that 10 Ghana cedis can get you free concert tickets and shopping vouchers worth up to 500 Ghana cedis to shop at Melcom, or get some buckets of juicy chicken at KFC every week this December? Here is what to do. Stake 10 Ghana cedis or more in the Game Pack Game Pick 1 or Pick 4 lottery to be entered into a weekly Saturday raffle for a chance to win in the Formula 4 December promo. So regardless of the outcome of your stake, you can still win a voucher for yourself. So remember to watch the Saturday promo draw on Adom TV at 6 p.m. Dial *946# or visit www.gamepackgames.com to play now. Terms and conditions apply. Game Pack Games, more Mula, more power. Yeah, tomorrow we'll be going to church. For those of you who can't make it, or even if you go and you come back, you can still listen to Pentecost Hour with the chairman of the Church of Pentecost, Apostle Eric Nyamecho, on Joy 99.7 FM at 1:30 p.m. every Sunday. So tomorrow we're on as Apostle Nyameche brings you life-transforming truth that nourishes the soul, ignites passion, and restores hope in the nations. The Church of Pentecost, we are possessing the nation for the Lord. Thank you so much for tuning into Joy 99.7 FM Showbiz A to Z. My name is Kwame Dadzie, show brought to you by MTN everywhere you go. Superstar multi-fruit drink. Yeah, show produced by Philip Nye, Anita Tai, Olivier Fangnan. We're back next week to do the awards, yeah. Who is winning what? Artist of the Year, Song of the Year, Rapper of the Year.